After I published my last video, I decided to explain nearly every difference between LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga and LEGO Star Wars The Video Game. The reason I say nearly every difference is because I did not go into most of the technical differences. The differences that I noted were mostly visual and gameplay differences. Feel free to tell me differences I missed in the description. While you're there, tell me if you want me to cover LEGO Star Wars 2 as well. Save files are represented with studs instead of percentage completed. All of the character icons are completely different in between games. The hub world is Dexter's Diner, which is a scene that is ironically not represented in this game. The Complete Saga's hub world is Mos Eisley Cantina. When you fill the stud meter, there is a visual indicator but no audio indicator. In the Complete Saga, on top of the visual indicator, the words True Jedi hit the center of the screen and encouraging music plays. The power-up that makes you invincible is not in the original version. There are no visual indicators on the floor of droid panels. All the blaster bolts are green instead of red. Characters like Padme that have custom melee animations in the Complete Saga don't have them in the original. They only hit with their blaster. Many sound effects are quieter in the Complete Saga. Auto-aim is not present in the original game. Yoda Chair is an animation for Yoda that is in the original game but not the Complete Saga. The audio when you grapple up seems to be taken straight from the movie, while in the Complete Saga it is more generic. Many forcible objects are not obvious that they are forcible. Small characters have a completely different animation when going through chutes. Grapple spots have a different design in both games. While Anakin's flight is a bonus level in the Complete Saga, this was actually meant to be the 7th Episode 1 level in the original game. It was cut to have each episode have 6 levels. All of the cutscenes with Obi-Wan flying a ship in Episode 2 has opaque glass, while in the Complete Saga it's transparent. Yoda jumps every time he moves with his lightsaber out in the original game. All of the Jedi single jump slashes seem to last a bit longer on the original compared to the Complete Saga. The in-game text has a different font in between both games. After you complete the final level of an episode, the text prompt that comes up is Continue Story instead of Finish Story like in the Complete Saga. When you fly with Jango Fett, he takes a second to get up in the original game. Meanwhile, in the Complete Saga, he does it instantly. Also, since the Bounty Hunter class wasn't in the game, Jango Fett cannot throw bombs. None of the vehicle levels have free play, and vehicles are overall not really an element in this game. When you go back to the hub in the middle of a level, you will lose all progress in the level. In the Complete Saga, you have the option to save. There is no challenge mode in the original game. All of the protocol droid panels have an image of TC-14 instead of C-3PO. The Stormtrooper animations are the same as the Clone Trooper, but in the sequel and the complete saga, the character has unique animations. Darth Vader is considered a variant of Anakin Skywalker. Even though this is true to the lore, he is considered a different character in future games. In the opening cutscene of Negotiations, TC-14 makes a throat-clearing noise when communicating with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. When the ship is destroyed in the same cutscene, the two pilots scream. Both of these sound effects are not in the complete saga. When you force the opening door open, it doesn't make much sound, but in the complete saga it explodes. When you approach TC-14, you get a cutscene that cuts to the panel. When the developers were making the complete saga, they must have assumed this is unnecessary because it is not in that version. When you press the two buttons in the end part of Negotiations, droids spawn behind the ship, but only come out one by one. The complete saga throws them all at you as soon as your character's foot hits the button. In Invasion of Naboo, one of the rocks that you can jump on to make it fall down is hiding studs. In the complete saga, there's a bounty hunter panel instead. In this little crevice, there's an object that you can destroy for studs. For whatever reason, in the complete saga, this is moved to the final platform in this section. This is also the thing that inspired me to make this video. In the swampy section of this level, the left gun on the droid ship is the same as the other one, but in the complete saga, it's a silver object, which means only bounty hunters can destroy it without extras. In this version, you have to force it to access the hidden area. The blaster used by Queen Amidala is completely different from the one in the complete saga. Not only is it a pistol instead of a megaphone, the sound it makes is the same as the one used in the original Battlefront 2. The grapple spot on this ledge is not covered by an object in the original version. The puzzle and escape from Naboo is completely missing from the original game. On this same platform, there are two silver objects and one Sith object in the complete saga, but they are just normally breakable in the original. In the ending hole in Escape from Naboo, there is a mini-kit which means you are guaranteed to end the level with at least one mini-kit. This mini-kit is allocated to the puzzle in the complete saga. Mos Espa Pod Race works slightly differently than it does in the complete saga. Instead of just completing 2 laps at your own pace and then finishing the third lap in a set amount of time, you must hit certain checkpoints in a certain amount of time within all the laps to progress the race. Additionally, this ramp is only for Imperial ships in the complete saga. In the opening part of Retake Theed Palace, the damaged AAT is visibly on fire, but in the complete saga it is only slightly broken. The green speeder is also not rideable in the original game. In the beginning of the second room, you have to force Anakin's hatch, but you don't have to do that in the complete saga. The buttons in this level are brown instead of red, like the rest of the game. This is fixed in the complete saga. When you get into this room, the R2 panel will be right there to use, but in the complete saga, You must slash the nearby statue and then build it. In the second to last room, when you open the doorway with the button, a small light shines directly through the middle. In the final room, all the captured pilots have a custom animation while they're being held. I'm not sure why they removed this from the complete saga. The art meant to represent the outside is different in both games. The car you can ride in the opening section of this level has a completely different design and isn't even rideable in the original. There is a window under the floor in the second area that is either hard to see or not present in the complete saga. When you enter the third room, you trigger an establishing shot, but this isn't here in the complete saga. When the platforms with droidekas spawn, they are not directly on top of the button like they are in the complete saga. The hatches that you need to force to progress in the second to last room shoot out studs when you do so. This was removed in the complete saga. In the final phase of the Darth Maul fight, there is a weird mechanic similar to Count Dooku's boss fight where one character is unable to attack while the other one can. However, instead of lightning, it is just forcing the character upwards. Bounty Hunter Pursuit is completely missing from the original game. While some work was done on it, it was not added until the complete saga. The model of Jedi Knight Obi-Wan has a microphone on the side of his face in the original game. In the hallway of the room where you discover the clones, you can force 6 panels to reveal a mini-kit. When you force one, it makes a unique noise in the original that is not present in the complete saga. The room on Camino with the dance floor is not blocked by an Imperial panel. This is because neither Imperial panels nor Bounty Hunter panels exist in this game. The sound that the landmines make when they explode is completely different between both versions. The opening cutscene of Droid Factory seems to have a different lighting in the original that makes it look like it takes place at night. Additionally, the opening room does not have nearly as many studs on the floor compared to the complete saga. When you free characters in Jedi battle, there will be a mini explosion when they come out. This was removed in the complete saga. The landmines in this level also blow up slower in the original version. You can skip the entire Jango Fett boss fight by detonating a mine while he is under it. This was patched in the complete saga. There is an error in the ending cutscene where Padme is missing her blaster in one of the shots. Gunship Cavalry is completely different in both versions. In the complete saga, you have complete freedom of movement of your character and you use bombs to progress. The original, however, is on rails with checkpoints and only relies on shooting to finish. All of the lights in the inside have a strange texture to represent light falling to the ground that is removed in the complete saga. Dooku's lightning attack works strangely in the original. Instead of blocking you from attacking with the lightning, he instead zaps you for a loss of a heart. The only way to counteract this is by forcing the lightning back. In battle over Coruscant, the fire rate of the guns on the ships is increased in the complete saga. The checkpoints in the original game aren't nearly as lenient as they are in the complete saga. If you die at the last part in the complete saga, you will be sent to the beginning of the final stretch. But in the original, you'll be sent back all the way to the Venator garage that you have to open again. This light in this area of Chancellor in Peril has a light texture that kind of looks like a spider web. In the Count Dooku boss fight, Dooku uses Force Choke instead of lightning. After you save the Wookiees, you can control one of the Wookiee chiefs for the rest of the level. This feature was taken away in the complete saga. Many clone troopers are incorrectly colored as blue instead of green in the original game. When clone walkers are defeated, they are destroyed. However, the complete saga allows you to jump in them afterwards. The buttons at the end of the level are gray instead of red. The stairs that you need to force up to get to this area are dark brown as opposed to bright red in the complete saga. When you get to the third room of Darth Vader, the AI is scripted to destroy the canisters hiding the buttons. For whatever reason, they decided to take this away in the complete saga. Boba Fett is referred to as specifically the boy variant in the complete saga to differentiate from the adult version, while in the original he is just referred to as Boba Fett. I'd also like to mention a difference that I didn't get footage for. Ayla Secura is a character that appears in the prequel films but is not represented in the original game. She would later be added in the complete saga. As someone who grew up playing the complete saga, I have to say I wasn't expecting this many differences. It is also easy to see with all the bugs and glitches how Traveler's Tales was rushed into making the original game in 2005. Thankfully, the complete saga was able to freshen up the original 18 levels. Once again, if you'd like to see me do the same thing with LEGO Star Wars 2, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.